Hello, everybody. For today's notes, I'm going to try and speak as slowly as possible to give everybody time to write down any information that they would like to, as well as please don't forget you can pause the video at any time to make your notes or copy down anything or go back. So for today, uh, we're going to learn about the United Kingdom. Its official name is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It is made up of four separate countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. These four make up the United Kingdom country, but they kind of operate in their own separate ways. Individually, these four countries. You can see in the background the United Kingdom flag. Each one of these countries, England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, all have their own country flags themselves, but the United Kingdom flies underneath these red, white, and blue flag. So location, where is the United Kingdom located? It is located in Western Europe. The islands include the northern 1/6 of the island of Ireland, which you can see right over here, this tiny little dot in the top right-hand corner. Between the northern Atlantic Ocean, the North Sea, and it is about northwest of France. It is slightly smaller than the size of Oregon on the west coast of the United States. But here you can kind of see where United Kingdom is located. Some general information on it. Its population is roughly 65 million people at the last estimation of July of 2018. Its capital is London. Its government is a constitutional monarchy. So basically, they elect representatives into parliament, and then within parliament, they then decide who their prime minister is, depending upon how much control or what party has control. They still have the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth still reigns over it, but it's more of a ceremonial role than actual any importance whatsoever. Religion, Christianity, includes Angelic, Roman Catholic, Presbyterian, and Methodist. It's about 59.5%. Muslim, 4.4%. Hindu, 1.3%. Some other religions are unspecified, is about almost 10%. And about 25% of the country does not practice any religions whatsoever. As far as their currency and their economics, they used to be in the European Union, but as many of you may have known, the last couple of years now, they have been known as called Brexit, where they're trying to take themselves out of the European Union. So they kind of gotten back to their own currency of the British pound. That's a whole big debate as far as getting into what Brexit is and how long it is. Very complicated. It's not as simple as people think it might be. Language. English is the official language and the national language spoken throughout the United Kingdom. Obviously, different dialects or different accents, throughout, but English is its official language. Based upon the 2011 census in England and Wales, about 7.7% of the population spoke a language other than English as their first language, led by surprisingly Polish, Punjabi, Urdu, Bengali, and Arabic were some of the other languages that were spoken through the United Kingdom. Climate, what's it like there? The United Kingdom has a mild and temperate climate warmed by the North Atlantic Drift, which is kind of a continuation of the Gulf Stream, and prevailing winds from the southwestern area. It does rain a lot as it is an island, so there is a lot of water around it. The systems take all the moisture that it's gained from coming over the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and bring the moisture onto the United Kingdom. Cuisine, what's it like when you're eating there? Well, in England, a favorite meal is fish and chips, typically battered and fried cod or haddock and thickly cut French fries, served in a pub or bar or as fast food. A British tradition is tea, which can be a simple cup of black tea and milk served midway through between lunch and dinner, or a formal high tea in which the tea is accompanied by a buffet of scones and jam and clotted cream and various other cakes or cookies. These are called biscuits. Here we have on the left-hand picture, you have some tea with a little bit of milk being poured into it. The center picture, you have your cod or haddock, your fish, and then your thickly cut chips, which is your French fries, as we may know them. On the right-hand picture, you have your different biscuits and little cakes and crumpets and so forth. In Scotland, the national dish is haggis, which is a century-old tradition of serving organ meat or offal cooking in a sheep or pig stomach. So as you can see over here on the left-hand side, they take the lining of the sheep or pig stomach, they stuff it filled with meats and spices and so forth, and they cook it. It's very popular. It's, like I said, it's a national dish in Scotland. Lavar bread, which is fried seaweed and oatmeal, is more similar to like a boiled spinach than it is actual bread. Is very popular in the country of Wales. Doesn't look very appetizing. Some landforms. Most of England consists of low plains. Not a lot of high mountains or anything like that. It's a relatively flat country. Scotland has three distinct topographical regions: the Northern Highlands, occupying almost the entire northern half of the country, and contain the highest point in the British Isles, which is Ben Nevis, which is about 4,406 feet. Then you have the central lowlands, and then finally the southern uplands. Wales is a country of hills and mountains with extensive tracts of high plateaus and shorter stretches of mountain ranges, deeply dissected by river valleys. Northern Ireland consists mainly of low-lying plains and hills. Some tourism, some things you might want to know about, famous things about the United Kingdom. The Beatles originated in Liverpool, England, which is a British rock band made up of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. You can see them right here. Became popular in the 1960s, early to mid 1960s. Many of their music still kind of continues on today. Big Ben and the House of Parliament over here in the picture on the left, which are the two probably most recognizable structures outside of Parliament and Buckingham Palace. You have on the bottom right, you have the guards, where at the end of the changing of the guards, an elaborate and precisely choreographed formal ceremony in which the palace guards are relieved by a new batch. These are the guys who sit out front and people try to make left, and they're very stone-faced, and they really don't show much emotion. They have the furry hats on top with the red coats and the black pants. Oh, sorry. Edinburgh Castle in Edinburgh, Scotland was first used as a royal castle in the 10th and 11th centuries, but the structure that now stands there dates back to the 15th century. If you had ever had an opportunity of going to Edinburgh, it is a beautiful sight to go and see. Also in Scotland, golf, which originated in the town of St. Andrews, Scotland in the 15th century, is still popular. A lot in the PGA, the Professional Golf Association, hosts the British Open, which takes place generally in Ireland, England, or Scotland. And St. Andrews Golf Club is one of the most renowned throughout the world for its history and its difficulty, and the weather kind of plays a huge factor. It's a very difficult, challenging course. If you're into golf, or one day you will get into golf, you definitely you'll know about St. Andrews. Many troops competitively perform Irish step dancing in Northern Ireland, which basically is intricate footwork and combined with rigid posture. It's very difficult to perform for any dancers out there. This is not easy. The Neolithic monument known as Stonehenge is an elaborate circular structure that stands on the Salisbury Plain in southern England. Not much is known about the building. Remains of cremated human bodies found buried at Stonehenge indicate that it may have been used as a burial ground or ceremonial site Some people believe that maybe it had something to do with the sun, like a sundial and things like that. It's a very popular tourist attraction, but unfortunately, we just don't know too much about it. Spanning across the River Thames, the Tower of London, and Bermondsey. The Tower Bridge has become an iconic symbol. Back when the Olympics were held here, they had the Olympic rings holding right here in the middle, because it's well known. It's a site to be and a symbol of London. And over here, you can kind of see Big Ben in the background. But these telephone booths are just kind of cool. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about them. They are still around, much throughout London. I just thought it was kind of cool. And that's basically the end of the notes for the United Kingdom. It is a pretty popular and cool place to go visit if you ever get an opportunity to go to London or travel in the United Kingdom. Please do so.